Dogecoin experiencing a bit of a flash crash today, going down approximately 5 or so cents in a single couple hour period. This is definitely very upsetting and frustrating for a lot of new investors, more experienced people. We know what's likely coming after a flash crash like that is of course a rebound, and look, it rebounded indeed, going up even higher right now than it was before this happened in the first place. Definitely a very positive sign to see that much support coming in. I tweeted out yesterday, Matt Wallace 88 on Twitter, notifications on there, extremely important, extremely helpful. I tweeted out saying that basically, what we're seeing is a lot of support around that 27 cents area. So it dropped down even as low as a little bit above 25 cents before storming back again. That 27 cents area continuing to hold for the most part strong despite that little breach today. Now back all the way up to that 29 cents area. So a pretty large rebound. And part of this is because the narrative is starting to shift a little bit as cryptocurrency appears to be poised to potentially take over the world. And what I mean by that specifically is that after El Salvador coming in, and not to say that this wasn't an extremely negative day overall, an extremely negative week, an extremely negative month. Of course, we are going to continue to acknowledge that. No one's saying it wasn't. Yes, it's okay to be upset. We all are allowed to be upset from this. If you're not even a little bit upset, then maybe you just have maybe you just have a lot of money in cryptocurrency altogether. But oh yeah, I love these chats coming in. Welcome to the live. Let's make sure to get everyone coming in the live and watching, because we have some really important updates I'm about to show you right here. And the first one is, we have seen after El Salvador coming in, this is what I'm talking about with the narrative, after El Salvador coming in and starting to adopt Bitcoin, making it legal tender there. One of the smartest moves you can do as a country right now, we are now seeing legislators from 8 different countries. And of course, when you think Final Stand, you think subscribe to Final Stand to get all the facts, all the information, notifications on, extremely important once again. But if you're new to this channel, subscribe for information like this, because I will dig extremely deep. I spend all day long doing research on this. It's my full-time job, figuring all this stuff out, looking at all the information, coming to you and giving you a presentation on it. I've been studying it for a long time, so we can get an idea here on this channel of where the cryptocurrency market is going. I'm going to make a video soon on a ton of new information about the stock market. Get ready for the stock market video and what that's going to do for cryptocurrency, because the stock market, a lot of people calling it a bubble. I'm going to give you my insight on that, a ton of stats that show what's likely about to happen and then what that's going to do for cryptocurrency. I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be extremely surprised by that. So make sure if you're new to the channel, subscribe to see that. And I think you will definitely learn a lot from it. Also, it'll be kind of entertaining too. I try to make the videos entertaining. Maybe throw a couple skits in there. Definitely gonna get back to doing more of that. But here are all of the legislators that are starting to be pro cryptocurrency, moving it forward. We like that, obviously. The first one is Francisco Sanchez of Argentina coming in, changing one of his profiles to laser eyes. Cool to see that. Then when it comes to Brazil, Fabio Osterman coming in, laser eyes. This is from Brazil. Then Gilson Marquez, Bruno Souza, all coming in and doing the laser eyes, showing support for crypto. Then Colombia as well. And you're noticing a lot of Latin American countries, because right now Latin America is especially being hit a little bit harder than other countries by governments who are causing inflation. And that's continuing to happen more and more in countries like El Salvador. And so that's why they're turning to other options right now. And we're seeing, and it's not just that. The United States too is definitely having some negative from that. There's a number of countries around the world, and it's definitely going to be positive to see what cryptocurrency does, as we have seen as well. Colombia, Jedi Castro coming in, or Judy Castro, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce all of these names, but I'm trying my best. Ecuador as well. Julio Eduardo. I want to give all of them a little bit of a shout out here. That's why I'm even attempting to do all their names, because they deserve it. Naib Buku from El Salvador. Monica Taher. And you can see the names right there. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong and you live in that country, now you know the name. And I'm about to get to the U.S. too. Mexico, Eduardo Murat. Then also Indira Kempis, Paraguay, Carlitos, and there's only a few more. So then the last one is the United States. These ones are easy. Cynthia Loomis, Warren Davidson, Francis Suarez, and Scott Conger, all coming in and showing support for cryptocurrency. Most of them are specifically looking at Bitcoin right now. The reason why is because Bitcoin has close to 40% market dominance over the entire cryptocurrency market. Right now, it's 44.8%. Ethereum, 17%. So most of the attention that's being focused is focused on that, as we have seen approximately a 2 or so percent swing downwards of the cryptocurrency market. Now it's to 1%. When I started preparing, it was 2%. It's actually gone up a little bit more from there at around 1.48 trillion now. So the entire market cap still staying relatively high compared to where it was before, even though we are seeing some altcoins especially being hit hard. Dogecoin, only down 0.82% after being down as much as 7% today alone, even a little bit more than that for some other cryptocurrencies. XRP has been hit extremely hard, going down a massive amount. Bitcoin is what I think we should all be focusing a lot on right now, because Bitcoin's really kind of pulling the market up or down right now with what it does. Bitcoin at 0.89% down, 8% down this week, but it has not gone below that key level which would be going back below that $33,000 level that we saw going down before this week. And if you're wondering what the president of El Salvador looks like, this is him. Making some big moves coming in. You can tell he's not going to be trying to go with the ways of the past. He's definitely very future focused, and I think that's definitely what a lot of countries need right now, is people who are going to be coming up with new innovative ideas and actually working to make the systems better, instead of focusing on corruption or anything like that, which a lot of countries are now, unfortunately, including the United States to a large degree. Hey Matt, great job. Please look up Dogecoin January 26, 27, 28, and GME dates. Now when AMC does the same, Dogecoin will. You're 100% right about that. So what you're referring to is how AMC, and hello Crypto Tank Girl and Peter Thomas as well, thank you for joining the membership level. But what we have seen with AMC stock, we saw a similar thing with GME, where after the spike was over with GME, a ton of money went directly into Dogecoin. We will likely see the same thing with AMC stock. As we continue to root for AMC stock right now, we keep it in the back of our mind, we know that one day soon we're going to have a lot of that energy being focused on Dogecoin as well, which is exciting, especially if you're holding more Dogecoin than AMC right now. That's very, very exciting to be thinking about, something to look forward to. Once again, though, shout out to him for doing this. Now, to some degree, we don't want the dollar to fail across the globe. I want the dollar to succeed to some degree, but at the same time, the dollar is not going to be the answer for a lot of countries if the government is going to be printing too much money and they continue doing that. So there's not really an option at this point. There's not really a choice. And it's unfortunate in some ways, but also there's the silver lining that we talk about. What's your thoughts on Elon being quiet lately, at least about Dogecoin? So at least he appears to be quiet. If you've been focusing on Twitter, he continues to like Dogecoin posts. He continues to talk hashtag Dogecoin in replies to things like that. So he continues to do Dogecoin stuff, follow Dogecoin accounts. He's not by any circumstances giving up on Dogecoin. There's two parts to that. The first one is he's focusing a little bit more on Tesla right now, because Tesla has seen some swings when it comes to the stock price. He wants to make sure Tesla is successful. He also understands as well. And where I'm getting that from, someone actually commented, which is, he goes by Popa Muscandi on Twitter. He's one of my friends. We're working on a cool project right now, which I'll begin to not too long for now. It's taking a little bit of time, a lot of sourcing for different things, which I don't want to go too much into detail on yet. But basically, he said, "Hey Elon, where's your Tesla post?" Elon said, "You're right. Back to Tesla for now." But he's not going to, by any circumstances, give up on Doge. In fact, many times in the past, people thought he gave up on it. He's not going to do that. He's still continuing to actively support it, and it's only a matter of time. He also, this is the second part of it, he understands that right now, what we're seeing is a lot of negativity in the overall market. If he comes out right now with a big Dogecoin tweet, it's not going to have that big of an impact, because people are not feeling the energy. Once the energy levels start to rise again and build, that's when the tweet is going to have a massive impact. And it shouldn't be too long before we start to see that happening. I don't think we'll have to wait a long time. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. There's some good insight, hopefully, for you there. Nathan Frisbee as well coming with the chat, and thank you as well from Louis coming in saying hiya. I appreciate that. Hiya to you as well. And here are some of the countries in Central America that could be about to see some big moves. Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, Nicaragua, all the countries that are really around El Salvador. I think it could kind of have a radiating effect, because people do cross-border transactions, especially in countries that are smaller like El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to cross the border. I think it could start to have a ripple effect. More and more people getting into Bitcoin, more and more people finding Bitcoin as a pathway to Dogecoin, other cryptocurrencies. It's going to be exciting to see that, and there really is a lot to look forward to there. As we also see, this is the map right here that shows the GDP of countries across the globe. You can see currently in the areas around El Salvador, it is close to 5 times smaller than the United States right now. And so that gives you an idea of where the economic help can come from Bitcoin. Right now, if you are a country that decides to go into Bitcoin, and a lot of people in your country buy Bitcoin, then when Bitcoin, as it's predicted to do, and I think has a high chance of happening with cryptocurrency going up, when Bitcoin goes to a significantly higher level, your country, this is really the only chance in the near-term future. There's other opportunities, of course, that can come, but in the near-term future, the best chance of going from a country that has a GDP of around 20,000 or so, which is what we're seeing approximately with El Salvador and other countries in Central America, some as low as 10,000 compared to 70,000 for the United States. The only way to see the quality of life, if you are in a country right now that is struggling in some of those ways, one of the best ways at least, not the only way I guess, in the short term, one of the only ways, is to actually adopt cryptocurrency and see it change things. And more people are going to start to realize that. And that's going to come in combination with a lot of people getting cell phones and getting access to the internet for the first time across the globe. In Africa, in South America, so many places across the globe that don't have internet access are going to get it. And when they do, they will then have those opportunities start to come. It's going to be a slow but sure, steady thing that will literally change cryptocurrency altogether across the globe. And I think we should all be excited about that. Many people in the United States are starting to buy more into cryptocurrency, seeing this long-term potential that it has. We should all be excited about that, even though we can't ignore some of the negatives. We have to, I think, definitely look at that as way bigger of a positive than the negatives we're seeing altogether. But that does come as we are seeing China. The crackdowns on crypto mining are really starting to reach very, very, very real levels as we have seen the hash rate going down. Another big dip just now. We saw a big dip. It was steady for a good period of time. And that's been since really the beginning of the month. It's been relatively steady around that 15 to 20 area. Now, though, starting to drop, going as low as close to 10. So we are seeing with that, it's going to be a little bit slower with transaction speeds and things like that. It's not going to be what we want to see, obviously, but it shouldn't have too big of a negative impact overall. And I think as well, it's really sad that we're seeing some of this happening. And what I mean by that is specifically for other cryptocurrencies, other altcoins that are running on the same networks that are also being mined in China. That's where we're really going to see the bigger negative impacts rather than Bitcoin itself, which already has such a big network that it can absorb more of that. The altcoins, I think, are why we're seeing a little bit more negatives for altcoins going down a little bit more than Bitcoin has. Part of that is because of China. They're not just mining Bitcoin, they're mining other cryptos there as well, and that's being shut down too. So we have to look at it from the full gamut there. But here is an actual video of them turning off the computers, and that's when it starts to feel very real, because these are people who have been working on this for a long time. They built up their entire mining rigs, and as much as I'm happy about seeing it move to other countries, when China, we can't necessarily trust the government there, so that part of it is a positive thing. But the people there, I don't think deserve this. There's just normal people who are just trying to make a living and mine Bitcoin or mine Dogecoin, whatever cryptocurrency they want to mine, and to see the government coming in and forcing them to literally turn off the lights like that, it's not okay, in my opinion, for a government to do that. I do think they should definitely be more open to letting people do what they want to do in terms of freedom and in terms of cryptocurrency mining. Should we roast China? Maybe we'll roast them. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to go through a full roast right now of China, of the government, I mean specifically, but maybe we will if the government continues doing stuff like this, and I think they definitely have earned a roast that the government has there. Will Doge ever catch a break? 171K in holding for future Dogecoin to the moon, please. Yes, it's already starting to rebound some, going up to higher than it was before. We're getting closer to that 30 cents area again with Dogecoin, and it's happening live right now, which is definitely fantastic to see. Generally, flash crashes are the worst possible time to sell at the bottom, because if you do, then you're going to miss the rebound, which consistently has happened in the past. Not always, there's no guarantee it's going to happen, right? But generally speaking, it does happen, and you can see that nice U shape that was formed there. I guess it's more of a V, I guess, because it did kind of have a pointy bottom, somewhere between a U and a V. A UV! You need to get your sunscreen out for the UV rays. For the UV! But this comes as we're seeing also the average transaction fee of Bitcoin, $4.48 right now, but the value transacted has gone down significantly to 5.6 billion. People using it less right now. Still such a tiny amount. When you think 5 billion, that's nothing compared to the amount of money that is spent daily in the economy. The entire amount of cryptocurrency altogether is a tiny fraction of the transactions that are happening. And that is really the big benefits that's going to come in. Not only as we see Bitcoin having the update, which will make it easier to do transactions on it, will make the privacy increase from where it is. All of that is going to really change the game of cryptocurrency. With Bitcoin being able to be used, since it's the biggest one, that is going to open the door for everything else so much more. Very exciting, despite the negatives. That's the whole theme of the show tonight. Very exciting despite the negatives, and that does come as we have seen, well, at least one person became a trillionaire from it. Not really, though. Not really. It's Coinbase. They said he was a trillionaire, and I was able to find the picture here. His tweet only has 100 and something likes on it, so it was hard to find this, but I did some digging. I found it! And 1 trillion. That's what having 1 trillion in your Coinbase account looks like. So Now you know. If this ever happens to you and you actually have 1 trillion in real life, then you will be able to buy basically anything. I mean, there's what can't you buy with 1 trillion? Nothing. You can if you want to, you can have an entire fleet of cruise ships. You can buy the most expensive house in the entire world, which is a $2 billion condo rise, an entire condo building really that has a bunch of things in it. That's in India. You can buy that multiple times over. You can buy a bunch of the most expensive houses in the world, an entire fleet of cruise ships if you want, whatever the heck you want. But of course, it wasn't actually real. Coinbase came in and said, yeah, that was a glitch. You're not actually going to get 1 trillion. you signed on the dotted line when you got our platform. So come on, Coinbase, just give him the trillion. It's only $1 trillion. I mean, that's it. You just go look under your couch cushion. You can probably find a couple trillion there. Easy. Price thoughts on Dogecoin end of August. August is when my birthday is, so hopefully we'll see some good things there. I think we could absolutely see Dogecoin heading up above that 50 cents area, maybe back to that 69, 75 cents. That's what we want to see. But anyway, more information coming. Make sure to subscribe with the notifications on. I'm Matt Wass. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.